turn it around real quick. That's Luke Air Force Base. We continue our Phoenix area tour with the 8th airport of the series after last week's visit to Goodyear. We're changing pace with the much calmer airport, and it's really close to a famous baseball training ground and even closer to our favorite PLANESPOTTING Air Force Base. We'll then finish it all off relaxing at the FBO before heading out. Today we're visiting Glendale Municipal Airport in Glendale, Arizona.
Glendale Tower, Aero 1939er Hotel. About 2 miles southeast of PIR, inbound, full stop with uniform.
Aero 1939er Hotel, Glendale Tower, straight in runway 1.
Straight in 139er Hotel.
Today, we'll be heading once again to the West Valley, departing Chandler on a VFR clear day. We would fly to 4,500 feet to keep us under the Phoenix Bravo shelf. We would use the VFR waypoint of PIR as our initial reporting point when contacting Glendale Tower. And just a note, it's not Pier like I had originally thought. It really is PIR. Luckily, a pilot in front of us called it out before I did. Glendale Tower would then clear us for straight in for runway 1, but we could not forget that just to our left was still Goodyear's airspace that we needed to make sure we stayed out of. Now into some history. Glendale Municipal Airport began in 1955 as a small private dirt airfield known as the Isbell Construction Company Airfield, built primarily to support agriculture aviation like crop dusting in the rural farmlands west of Phoenix. At that time, it was just a simple 2,400-foot dirt runway and minimal infrastructure. By 1966, following the closure of nearby private airfields, the site transitioned into public use as Glendale Airhaven Airport, marking its entry into general aviation. In 1971, the city of Glendale purchased the 27-acre property, officially establishing it as the city's first municipal airport. Early facilities remained basic, including a short paved runway, a small ramp, and limited services, but the airport steadily grew as demand increased.
Glendale Tower, light for 16 Golf X-ray, holding short runway 1.
That's for 16 Golf X-ray, Glendale Tower, fly straight out, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Fly straight out, runway 1, cleared for takeoff, 16 Golf X-ray.
Wagner 7 November, short approach for runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Short approach for runway 1, requesting to be a full stop on this one, 97 November.
Wagner 7 November, runway 1, clear to land.
Runway 1, clear to land, 97 November. Glendale Tower, light 48 Golf X-ray, holding short for runway 1, ready.
48 Golf X-ray, Glendale Tower, fly straight out, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Fly straight out, runway 1, clear for takeoff, 88 Golf X-ray.
0774 Lima Romeo, Glendale ground, runway 1, taxi Alpha.
Wagner 7811, holding short, runway 1, ready.
Wagner 781, Glendale Tower, hold short of runway 1.
Hold short, runway 1, 7811.
Listen 201 Foxtrot, Sierra, extend down. You'll be following an arrow crossing the I-10 freeway.
And down, one, look for the traffic, 1 Foxtrot there.
Aero 39er Hotel, runway 1, clear to land.
Runway 1, clear to land, 39er Hotel.
During the 70s and early 80s, the airport expanded rapidly alongside Arizona's population and economic growth. It became home to flight schools, helicopter operators, and fixed-based services, while servicing an important reliever for Phoenix Sky Harbor. By the early 80s, more than 100 aircraft were operating from the field, and additional land was even donated in 1983 to support expansion plans. However, increased urban development around the airport left it landlocked, preventing meaningful growth and ultimately forcing the city to consider relocation. Now in 1987, Glendale Municipal Airport moved to a new 477-acre site a few miles away, which is its current location today, offering significantly more space and modern infrastructures. The new airport opened with a 5,350-foot paved runway capable of supporting a wider range of general aviation aircraft, including business jets, and it was positioned with better access to major roadways and proximity to regional aviation hubs like Phoenix Sky Harbor and Luke Air Force Base. The relocation was huge, and it really allowed the airport to grow into a more capable field.
Glendale Tower, hello, RV 520 Tango Foxtrot, 10 to the southwest, inbound uniform.
RV 520 Tango Foxtrot, Glendale Tower, straight in runway 1. Remain clear of Goodyear's Class Delta unless previously coordinated.
Remain clear of the airspace and straight in for runway 1, RV 0 Tango Foxtrot.
One Foxtrot, Sierra, runway 1, clear touch and go.
Runway 1, clear touch, go, 1 Foxtrot, sir.
Figuring lines down and locked.
Over the following decades, the airport underwent substantial development. The runway was extended and widened in 2003 to accommodate larger aircraft, and additional land was acquired to support long-term growth. By the 2010s, the airport featured hundreds of hangars, over 370 privately owned units, along with a modern 22,000 square foot terminal building that includes administrative offices, flight planning areas, and concessions. It was also formally recognized in the FAA's National Plan of Integrated Airport Systems as a general aviation reliever airport, helping reduce congestions at major commercial hubs like Phoenix Sky Harbor.
Glendale Tower, Aero 1939 Hotel, clear 01. Would you like me to go over to ground?
Aero 74 Lima Romeo, remain this frequency, taxi parking V Alpha.
Aero.
Disregard. Aero 39er Hotel, taxi to parking V Alpha, remain this frequency.
Alright, taxi to parking via Alpha, remain this frequency, 39er Hotel.
Glendale Airport is a Class Delta at an elevation of almost 1,100 feet with a single runway, 0119, even though it doesn't say that on the runway, but more on that soon. It is also 7,150 feet long, and tower operates Monday through Friday between 6 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And after hours, it becomes an untowered class golf airport. Glendale, Arizona offers some of the most consistent VFR flying in the country, and I'm sure you guys have heard me say this over and over if you guys have been watching the series. But if this is your first time here, here are the few key challenges that pilots still need to respect. Winter is the sweet spot, and we can definitely attest to that. Cool temperatures, smooth air, low density altitude, and very few weather disruptions. It's easily the best time to fly here. Spring starts heating things up, and more importantly, brings wind. Expect gusty afternoons and mechanical turbulence, especially in smaller aircraft. Summer is where things get spicy. Temperatures regularly push past 100 degrees and density altitude becomes a huge factor, significantly reducing aircraft performance. Midday flying can be rough with strong thermals, and during monsoon season, fast-moving thunderstorms can bring sudden wind shifts, dust storms, and a rapidly dropping visibility. And naturally, when fall returns, conditions get much better. And now for my IFR rated pilots, this airport does have 2 instrument approaches, one for each end of the runway. RNAV GPS runway 01 and 19 with minimums at 400 and 300 feet AGL respectively. Let's talk airspace, because VFR approaches here can definitely get complicated fast if you're not familiar. On today's approach, we had a straight into runway 1, but that doesn't mean you can do a 10-mile final. You still have to watch out for Goodyear's airspace 6 miles to the southwest and Luke Air Force Base Delta less than a mile to the west from Glendale's runway centerline. And of course, you cannot forget the Phoenix Sky Harbor Bravo shelf at 4,000 feet. Now there is one FBO on the field, Glendale Aero Services, which we made sure to call the day before to set up a reservation so they knew to expect us. But of course, we'll go into detail after we park and go inside. So what about transient parking? Well, according to the airport website, there are spots available in front of the terminal building, but since we wanted a crew car, we opted for the FBO. We did walk to the terminal though, and it looks like you need a key code to enter the building from the airport side, which is very confusing. So if you're hangared here or have parked at Transient, we'd love to hear what your experience was with transient parking. Well, it's now time to check out the FBO, grab a crew car, and check out the spring training facilities. We are today at Glendale Municipal Airport, and oh my God. All right, well, I don't want to start because this is Irene's specialty, so I'm gonna let you talk about it.
We're flying in and all I can hear is, oh my God, and we both look over to the left and there are not 1, not 2, but 4 F-35
Oh my God.
flying parallel to us. Felt like you could reach out and touch them.
They were on the other side of that hill.
But you could
But
clearly
they were
see
like
them.
right there. And the reason I saw it, because on ForeFlight, I could see a couple of targets, but they didn't have tail numbers. Because that's what you always tell me. If there's no tail number, that's probably them.
And if it's TISB and they were flying at like 314 knots, that's not a regular plane.
For those that don't know, TISB is the equivalent of like ADSB to track planes, but for military, right? The approach here can be a little bit different. You have to be very aware of the airspaces around because we have Goodyear right to our south. We were given the clearance for a straight in for 01, which we'll talk about that right now. You have to go around Goodyear, then line up for 01. You know, and so that's one of the huge things, because the airspaces here, the towers, they do not like you being in their airspace without clearance. I mean, no one does.
Yeah.
But they are very like, do not be in my airspace. What else did you see coming in?
That this was runway 2.
Like, yeah, so Irina always checks the ADAS first. Gives me a chance to just focus on any radio calls I need to make, and our radio can separate the two. She'll listen to that, I don't hear it, and then I can focus on radios. But then when you came back, you were like, the runway is runway 1.
Correct.
But it's marked
Runway 2.
runway 2.
And when we got here, I think we both were looking for it.
Yes.
And sure enough, on the runway, you guys saw it, it says 2.
You're probably wondering why does that happen? It's because the magnetic deviation, it changes. Like these runways do change. I guess here they just haven't been able to repaint the runway.
Right.
And when do they do that? It's so busy.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do today, we're gonna go check out the FBO. It's a small FBO, and then try to see if they have a crew car. Gonna go check out the spring training facilities for baseball.
Camelback Ranch.
Camelback Ranch, because I never know what that is. And then just see what else we can find. Maybe food or something, maybe.
I mean, we're like 5 miles from Luke Air Force Base.
Oh my God.
And I know we already did this when we went to Goodyear.
Yes.
But there are F-35s out today.
A lot of them. So we're gonna go inside right now, because that's the first thing they ask you to do is check in with the front desk. You ready to go inside?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go. Right after the landing, something stood out immediately. This is actually a certified Cirrus facility, which explains why we even spotted a few Vision jets in the hangar. Of course, the first thing we had to do was check into the FBO, and then we grabbed the keys to the crew car. But before heading out, we wanted to see what this FBO was all about. And honestly, we were surprised how quiet it was, but then again, we were surprised how quiet the airport was in general. And then Irene found a gold mine, the hot chocolate bar, which immediately became the highlight of the FBO. If you need to get some work done or just need a quiet place to step away, they've got you covered with their conference room. But upstairs is what pilots actually care about. The Pilot's Lounge. It is a really nice view.
It really is.
Man.
And I can only imagine, like she said, at sunset.
At sunset, yeah. It's just cool that they have all the seats like pointing right that way.
And these recliners look really comfy.
Test this baby out. Oh man, they have definitely been broken in. And this view, this is where you can just sit and watch everything happen out on the ramp. All right, crew car is secured and it's time to head to Camelback Ranch. We always have to film a non-aviation topic that I am always confused about. The gear knob, or lever, or whatever. But today it is a knob. You just turn, 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 which I cannot get used to. But either way, I think this is a little bit more, one of the ones that did confuse me was the little knob on the actual.
That was confusing.
Yeah, but this is fine, I guess. And for those that don't know, Camelback Ranch is home to spring training for both the LA Dodgers and the Chicago White Sox. And since it's only about 10 minutes away from the airport, it felt like an easy win. As soon as we got there, we ran into a problem. So we're here at Camelback Ranch, the spring training facility. But unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to walk around. We actually got told that they don't want anybody here today because I guess they have a lot of 18-wheeler, a lot of construction going on.
Yeah, they're setting up.
And so, unfortunately, today we will not be able to do this. I guess tomorrow and Sunday, which is when we're not going to be here. But you had specifically read that we could walk the grounds.
Yes.
At any time.
Yes.
And so.
That's not true.
That is not true. So when you kind of just don't expect to be able to walk around, somebody might tell you that you can't.
Yes. So just be aware of that.
So we'll show you the outside. There you go. And then we'll figure out what we do now.
Yeah.
So the gentleman who actually told us that we couldn't, that I think he's watching now just to make sure nobody stays around here.
Yeah.
He just approached us right now, and he said he felt bad that he told us, because we told him we were only here for one day, and that he felt bad, and you can show them. What would he get?
He gave us a ball.
An official minor league ball.
Yes.
Which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
So we're at least leaving with a souvenir.
We have a souvenir from Camelback Ranch.
That's cool. So to Mike, he's back there. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
At least we're not leaving empty-handed.
That's true. Because, yeah, even the clubhouse store is closed today. So
yeah,
there's nothing going on here. Because we had planned maybe to pick something up as a souvenir.
Get some steps in, get a souvenir, and get out of here. So unfortunately, we're going to leave here, and we're going to see what else we can find. What kind of trouble we can get ourselves into.
We're always up to something.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. Not exactly how we planned it, but let's see what else we can find around here. Since we were already this close to Luke Air Force Base, we figured we'd make one more quick stop. We actually found a different viewing spot this time. So, even though we had a failed attempt at Camelback Ranch, you can never get enough F-35s. Nope. So we are back at Luke Air Force Base and another plane spotting area, right? This is plane spotting area number 1 that you found?
Yes.
But we weren't here for Goodyear. We were only here today. So this is completely different from that. As you guys can see, I mean, turn it around real quick. That's Luke Air Force Base, all of that. And traffic's coming right at us, which is really cool.
It is.
And then if you guys can see, people line up here. I'll show you back there. This is a very, very popular area. Mm-hmm. There's not only the people that you see back here, but there's more people over here. If you don't know about the plane spotting areas, again, we'll put a link to where to find them, but there's a lot.
Yeah, and I think this is a favorite spot for when they're landing 2-1.
Oh.
So lately they've been landing runway 3.
Yeah.
And so that's why where we were yesterday was prime for viewing.
Oh, I know. That's true. Oh, I can only imagine what that's like when they land. Because I was thinking about the places that we get to see, but this, I feel like this is, at least from our experience, probably one of the best plane spotting Air Force bases. that we've been to.
Well, yeah, because they have jets.
We're waiting now for more traffic. Luckily, we have my radio. And we're just listening to clear to land or clear to takeoff.
Yeah.
So we'll see what else we find here. We even went back to another spot we liked just to see a different perspective. And just like that, we ran out of time.
Playing with your Sandlot baseball.
Ah, yeah. I can't play with it though. I gotta put it on mantle. One last stop at the FBO. Thank you for everything, Kelly. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You guys have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. And it was time to head back to Hannah. Well, we are wrapping it up here in Glendale. FBO was awesome.
They were really nice.
Very nice, very easy. We got the crew car.
Yep,
We failed attempt at Camelback, but that was okay because we went back to Luke.
we did.
Did some way more plane spotting, which was, can't ever get tired of that.
So jealous of you guys here.
I know.
So jealous.
Seriously, you just look up or you just listen and there's always like a roar of the F-35. I mean, I'm looking right now and there's 2 F-35s.
Yeah. Flight
And
formation.
you were just looking like 30 seconds ago and there was like 4 of them.
Yeah. They put on quite a show. So if you're in the area and you're visiting, it is worth a drive. I want to say it was like maybe 10 minutes from here.
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah.
It's so
Grab
quick.
the crew car,
Yes.
go.
Yeah, that was awesome. You guys got to see all that already. Came back. On the charts, you saw that there was a terminal building.
That's what it said.
Fail.
It is not a terminal building. Or if it is, it's not for us.
Yeah, because you need a code to go inside, which is usually the other way around.
Yeah, like to get off the ramp, you need a code, which
Yeah.
is bizarre. But
Yeah.
so we're assuming it's not for us.
It's not for us.
So don't go that way.
Yes, and then we walked the hangars behind us. There's a couple of rows. Besides the student traffic, it's very quiet.
It is.
It's actually much quieter than I anticipated it to be.
Yeah, Goodyear was much busier.
Yeah.
It had a lot more going on for sure.
Goodyear was crazy busy, but either way, if you're coming here for any of the events that are happening at spring training, the stadium, or just Luke or anything like that.
Or the new theme park that's
Oh, and the
being
theme
built.
park. But I'm saying even if like for Luke days, for their air show, just be aware, make sure you get a reservation way ahead of time and watch out for those fees
Oh yeah.
because those can pop up. So always call ahead because I'm sure when spring training starts, this place is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
We're gonna head out now, do a pre-flight and head back, but we're gonna head back a different way. We're gonna go northeast all across the valley.
Some final sightseeing before we leave here, right?
I know, cause yeah, this is our last airport. Not for you guys. You guys will be seeing Sky Harbor last. But either way, for us, we're gonna miss it here in Phoenix. We loved it. It was awesome. We can't wait to be back. We made some new friends too.
We really did.
But for now, we're out of here and we'll see you guys next week. See you guys.
Glendale Ground, Aero 1939er Hotel at Glendale Aero, ready to taxi to run up with Zulu for our northeast departure.
Clear type aircraft again?
It is a Piper Aero 39er Hotel.
Aero 300 Hotel, Glendale Ground, runway 1 taxi field.
Runway 1 via Alpha 39er Hotel.
Now, we were not successful walking around Camelback Ranch despite everything we read online saying you could walk the fields anytime. But it's okay because we went back to Luke Air Force Base to enjoy another unofficial air show at the other 2 plane spotting areas recommended by the website from last week's video, which we'll make sure to add a link to that in the description below. Another note though is for Glendale Airport, always check the NOTAMs in case any events are taking place which could add to the parking congestion at the FBO, as well as there possibly being a prior permission required. Not saying it happens for every event, but it's definitely possible and can happen for any event, especially with State Farm Arena just a couple of miles away that hosts both sporting events and concerts.
364 Echo Alpha, turn left at Alpha 6, taxi parking B Alpha, monitor ground. Make a left turn onto Alpha as well. Aero 39 Hotel, there's a light sport turning off at Alpha 6, give way to that aircraft.
We'll give way to that aircraft, 39 Hotel.
Light sport 2 Lima Papa, your traffic's mile final off your right wing. Turn base, please. Cessna 7 Charlie Golf, turn left at Alpha 6, taxi parking B Alpha. Light sport 358 Echo Alpha, number 3, runway 1, clear to land. Sport 476 Lima Papa, Glendale Tower, straight in runway 1.
We recently had a live stream Q&A session on our Patreon, and we have to say our members are truly the best. We thought the part of the channel we would look forward to the most would mostly be the flying, but getting to speak with many of our members has been something truly special. Thank you for all the support, and we couldn't have done this without you. And if you want to know what we do over on our Patreon, we have our monthly live stream Q&As, exclusive content like our new series where we get real on how we feel about some of these airports, and of course early access to our weekly videos. I know you don't need to be a pilot to be part of it, you just have to love aviation. Our visit to Glendale felt so different since it was so calm after visiting so many airports that are so fast-paced like Goodyear and Falcon Field. Maybe next year we'll come in for the day to enjoy some spring training when it is officially in full swing. And yes, that is what is great about this airport. Its proximity to so many things around it, like the stadium, baseball fields, and most importantly, Luke Air Force Base. It's what makes it a great spot if you just want to come in for the day or the weekend. But as we finish the day here, it's crazy how this series is almost coming to an end. We have one more airport on the list, and it's at the center of everything in the valley. And funny enough, it's what started the whole visit here, Phoenix Sky Harbor, which would turn out to be our favorite Bravo to date. But that will wait till next week. Until then, go fly, go discover.
6 taxi parking B Alpha, monitor ground. This for 45 Lima Papa, runway 1, clear to land. This is 0 Mike Echo, follow the lights forward, head you down, runway 1, clear, touch and go. Go Alpha number 2, runway 1, clear to land.
Number 2, runway 1, clear to land. 253 Echo Alpha.
Glendale Tower, Aero 1939 Hotel, holding short 01 for a northeast departure.
Aero 39 Hotel, Glendale Tower, fly runway heading until further advised, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Runway 1, clear for takeoff, and will remain runway heading 39 Hotel.
Glendale Tower, good afternoon. Line 4254 Echo Alpha over PIR with Zulu requesting full stop.
4254 Echo Alpha, Glendale Tower, straight in runway 1.
Straight in runway 1, 254 Echo Alpha. Glendale Tower, lights forward, 40 Lima Papa, holding short of runway 1 at Alpha 1, ready.
For 40 Lima Papa, Glendale Tower, hold short runway 1.
Holding short, runway 1, 40 Lima Papa.
We're 470 Lima Papa, turn cross 1.
Turn cross 1, 470 Lima Papa. Lima Papa.
Lights 480 Lima Papa, turn outside to Cessna on the go, runway 1 clear for takeoff.
Turn outside, Cessna on the go, runway 1 clear for takeoff, 480 Lima Papa. Lima Romeo, midfield downwind.
4 Lima Romeo, runway 1 clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 1, 4 Lima Romeo.
Sport 80 Golf X-ray, going to ground runway 1, taxi Alpha.
Glendale Tower, do you want 39 Hotel remain runway heading?
3 Hotel, proceed on course for exchange approved.
Proceed on course for exchange approved, 39 Hotel.
And third, 1 to altitude. Copy all, sir, for exchange approved, set. Boarding 409, Roger, Alpha Conscious received, maintain VFR. Radar search terminated, squawk 1200, for exchange approved. You have a good weekend. Four 337 Foxtrot. Reset transponder squawk 4264. Sorry, I keep forgetting. $42.64. At 37 Foxtrot, your radar contact at 20 northeast of the Hillman vortex. Copy all, stay altitude kilometer 2, or you level at 55? 37 Foxtrot, you're going to maintain 5500? Roger. Boarding 476, are you not looking to talk to Albuquerque Center? Roger. Boarding 476, you can contact Albuquerque Center 1254. 254. Thank you, you too. ATAC 41, Luke departure, radar contact.
tap 41, turn left heading 240, maintain 6,000. Expedite turn, please. One approach, radar contact 6 southwest of the Helaman Vortex, standby 1. Varney 483, verify 2 miles southwest of Goodyear, 1,800. Varney 483. Change my frequency, channel 4.
7 Juliet, gonna Scottsdale Tower, 119.9er, we'll see you.
1199, 7 Juliet, see ya.
Flagship 395, targeting 030.
Right, 030, Flagship 395.
Flagship 395 in the turn, airport, 11 to 12 o'clock and 8 miles.
And we got the runway in sight for Flagship 395.
Flagship 395, thank you, sir. Make left traffic, cleared visual approach, runway 21.
Clear for the visual approach, left traffic, runway 21, Flagship 395.
Flagship 395, thank you. Kind of Phoenix, I'm sorry, Scottsdale Tower, 119.9er, see ya.
119.9er, Flagship 395, see ya.
Phoenix departure, experimental 353 Echo Alpha, just departed Deer Valley, VFR request.
353 Echo Alpha, Phoenix, same request.
Phoenix approach, experimental 353 Echo Alpha is a Pipistrel Virus, Papa India Victor India, slant golf at 4,500. Like to request the Bravo transition southbound destination Action Airport.
Experimental 3 Echo Alpha, squawk 0307.
0307, experimental 353 Echo Alpha.
Experimental 3 Echo Alpha, radar contact cleared to Bravo airspace, west route, maintain 4,500.
Maintain 4,500, cleared Bravo transition west route, experimental 353 Echo Alpha.
Thank you, the altimeter 3017.
3017, 3 Echo Alpha.